Lakers majority ownership, the Buss family, is not selling, sold, already done, basically. The, you know, second winningest franchise in NBA history, soon to be back in first place, I'm just saying, for a record $10 billion, right? 10 billion. Now we remember when the Clippers broke through and were for sale in, what was that, 2014, after the Donald Sterling incident, and we thought 2 billion. Wow, the Clippers are going for 2 billion. What's about to happen here? And we see it. The Lakers, I think, were one of the last family-owned franchises with a, single owner majority ownership. That model is fast becoming outdated just because money, risk, what it's cost. We are already at the point of $200 million players contracts, which seems crazy to me. I remember the first $100 million contract with Kevin Garnett, right? Wasn't it him?
The first, I believe, was Juwan Howard or Alonzo to crack $100 million. I know because I was with Alonzo that weekend.
Okay.
And he was on the cover of USA Today complaining, why are they putting my money on the front page? But he was either the first or second because Shaq got his deal after them.
Right. So almost 30 years later, here we are with $200 million players and $10 billion franchise deals. And we watched the Lakers opening story play out on Winning Time on HBO, which still is one of my most favorite shows ever. And so DH, talk to us about this deal. What do you think?
Yeah. Hey.
Theme music, we got to get it. Because it's the West Side. Woo! Damon Haley, entrepreneur, business strategist, author.
Jeanie Buss getting that cheddar.
Co-owner of Glow and Flow Beauty in Inglewood and Hawthorne. Slay Hair. Shout out to Slay Hair Ponytails. I'm trying to get one of those.
We're going to get you one of those.
Okay.
Shout out to Dr. Buss for once.
Yeah.
For starters, I think he bought it for 65 million or something like that, and now to parlay it and kick it into the $10 billion range, and he had everything to do with signing Magic and Showtime and everything that the Lakers are.
Not just the Lakers. I feel like with the NBA overall, he was the first one to bring dancers in. He brought the celebrities into the courtside seats. People also don't speak enough about what he did for regional sports and that deal with the cable companies. He started that whole operation and plan, which brought a lot more money into the equation. He set up the modern NBA model, the Forum Club.
Ooh,
the Forum Club.
Don't make me think about them days.
The Forum Club.
Yeah.
Listen, I was not of age to visit in the heyday, but my little experiences when I could just imagine what was going on, during Winning Time.
Well, I would say we can talk about Forum Club offline because that's when I first started at Nike, and I sat at the table and dined many nights with Dr. Buss, and all the money around the Forum, around the Lakers and the Forum. And you're right, Dr. Buss started it all with him and Irv, Magic and all that. He started what we know of today. So just shout out to him. But in terms of the deal, I think that because she's one of the last ones, and I just say Jeanie, but it's a family-owned business, but we
remember what was going on when Jeanie wasn't kind of at the helm.
Yeah,
it's another conversation, though.
But I think that now these private equity firms are coming in, and it's a forever business now. It's kind of like going from this is more like an IPO. She's a family-owned business, and now it's coming into the realm of big business. So $10 billion is nothing when you talk about a lifetime business. So now it will shift because it's going into it's going into an equity fund of sorts. It's still privately held, but it's big dollars. So Mark Walter, who's buying it now, he got the Dodgers. They got a piece of the Sparks.
LA Football Club as
LA
well.
Football Club. So Irv's part of that. Magic's part of that, and probably will have a major hand in the Lakers going forward. Probably
Most certainly will be a face again, I believe, with the franchise.
Oh,
You have to.
Part of the ownership group. Yeah, he does it he does it with every team he owns. So, but I think that for the Buss, they still gonna own, I think, 15% if I read correctly, and the group the original Staples group, they own some too.
They do I think about 5%.
Yeah.
Do you think? Because I also see with the Intuit Dome opening, and that building has some incredible things going on inside of it. Some very innovative things as far as technology and the way that it functions. And Staples is looking a little. And they've done some upgrade. I'm sorry, it's not Staples anymore. It's crypto.
Yeah, crypto.
But they've done. I refuse. But they've done some updates. But this is also an infusion of cash all the way around. A bigger investment that the Buss family probably could compete with on their own at this point.
Well, no. Well, I know that Mark Walters' group can definitely they can tear down crypto and rebuild it if they would want to do that in time for the Olympics, obviously. But it does allow for the Buss family. That's just where their money was, and their wealth was actually tied up in the team. Now they have cash,
so they can do more things. Yes.
Well, they can, but now they're gonna take a back seat, so to speak. They can keep their money, and now the big machinery is gonna go. The private equity folks are going to say, okay, do we need a new location? Because we need we need our own Intuit, because Staples is like 25 years old now.
Right.
So it's hard. It's like moving to a new house. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if there's another build out. It has to be.
I mean, I would think so. And just in looking at what the Intuit Dome did, and that build went rather quickly if you think about it, in terms of what we've seen before.
Oh yeah, I mean, so that's the first thing. But I think that once again, the Buss family's going to be okay. They'll still keep about 15%, but that majority owner, what they've done with the Dodgers in terms of being able to deal with luxury tax and all that kind of stuff, you're going to have stars. You're going to have a winner in LA, because I don't think the Buss family could afford
that is
a
very
winner,
fair.
like the Golden State guys. They rich, they tech, so they can be okay with that first apron. And I'm talking about collective bargaining agreement now, but they okay with paying a Draymond, and a Steph and a Jimmy Butler. The Lakers don't have that kind of. Buss don't have deep pockets, but now L.A. Lakers have deep pockets. Now I feel better about them winning.
That changes a lot for them. The chat has a lot to add on this topic. Giandra was here, says, I was driving to Century on Century today. They are already building the new Marriott across from the casino. Crazy. So, could the Lakers make their move back to the City of Champions, or do you think that they'll head out someplace else? That would be an interesting thing to see. DJ Black 909 says, wow, never thought I would see the day Lakers being sold. Sad to see the Buss family not keep it in the family. Must be too much stress and time. I hate when new owners come in and change the entire franchise. Time will tell going forward. I am of the mindset like you, Damon. I think that this will be good for the Lakers, and you have the template of how quickly the Dodgers turned around, much like the Lakers, always right there, right on the cusp of turning it over, and then a lot of heartbreak for various reasons. And then we see in a relatively short time period, we had one visit to the finals or the championship series, and then we won later on, not too long later. So I feel like the Lakers are right there too.
Well, I think when we talk about the culture is okay because of who's part of the ownership group.
Magic.
Magic is part of that ownership group, and I believe he will tastefully reconcile whatever it was that happened when he exited a couple years ago.
Have the conversation with LeBron.
Well,
He and Jeanie have already talked. They've already
oh
kind of
yeah,
went through that.
he's part of that, but he's the one who got LeBron.
Right.
No mistake. I was over at the Lakers facility 2 days before a collective bargaining agreement in 2018 and basically they were like, Damon, we're gonna get LeBron. It's gonna be over, and they were right. They got him and ticket sales and all that kind of stuff. So having Irv move around and then he can still get free agents. Jeanie couldn't get and Rob couldn't get free agents.
This is true.
So I think that the Lakers are in great hands. It's more money to maneuver, and you got Irv back in play. No shade on Rob. Go blue, go Wolverines. My Wolverine brother Rob, he's cool, but I see it as a great thing. They gonna bring some surprises, and it's gonna be great for LA.
I think so as well. DJ Black 909 says Mark Walters should buy the Raiders next and move them back to Oakland. Why? Why? The Raiders are doing quite well, I believe, in Vegas, and they have kicked off a chain of events as well. It started with the women, in the NHL, actually. The Knights.
The Knights, yeah.
The Knights,
Aces.
and they won a title, and then the Aces. And from there, everything else is in place. There'll be an NBA team there soon enough.
It will. It will. I think that the Raiders will get purchased by a private equity entity. Well, football, it's harder to do it, to be an instant winner. It's just harder because it's more players and all that kind of stuff. But I do think that somebody will buy him. I mean, Mark Davis, he's just holding on for his dad, but pretty soon. I don't think he has any kids or anything like that, so that play is going to go. It's easier for football because the stress on winning and the dynamic of winning is different.
So Giandra has a question for you. She says, is there an heir apparent in the Buss family to take it to the next level? Jeanie is staying on to represent the Board of Governors, I guess, in her position is that for the league.
I do not think there's an heir apparent in the Buss family to take it to the next level, unless there's one of the brothers have got a tech company that they've sold for $4 billion. I mean, it really takes money, it takes resource, and it's just more. It's like even Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban took his tech money with Dallas, bought it, took it as far as he could, and then he gave it to other entities with just more resource. So I think that the way sports is expanding and the league is expanding, you need a team. You need a conglomerate of sorts. And I don't know if Jeanie has been that type of owner to go and get best, brightest talent and her own funding sources to really keep it going. I think she's done a great job. She's done a great job. They got a championship in 2020 or something like that.
Yep, they got a championship in 2020. They had the Apple TV document. Well, no, that was Magic. But they had a Hulu documentary that they put out in addition to the Netflix deal that she brokered that basically is about her life, running point with, is it Kate? I can't remember. Kate Hudson.
Oh, yeah.
Kate Hudson.
And then, you look at any business at this point, it's privately held. It's publicly held, and Sam Walton and the family ain't running Walmart.
Right.
So it's just the way it works. It's that we're experiencing an evolution of sports franchise ownership, how it's just changing to be more of a public company. It's not a small shop anymore.
Indeed.